Hello everyone, welcome to Voyage. Today we're going to be going over some new products that I just got. Some have been out for a while and some are brand new. So I cannot wait to go over those products with you guys today, create a look, and then we'll do a review at the end. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, before we jump into the makeup, I have to share with you guys these beautiful roses that were sent over to me by Rose Forever New York. They sent these to me about almost a month ago, and I wanted to wait and film these roses to see how they held up. I personally have never bought roses like this before, but have always seen them online and thought, oh, those are so gorgeous. I would love to have this in my home. And look at this, you guys. It has been almost a month and these roses are perfect. So gorgeous. They last a full year. I buy roses at the grocery store, oh my gosh, at least once a week. And you know, they're $20, $30 and they die in 4 days. So to have these and have them last a year is amazing. They're doing something really special and they are giving me a code, which is Cheri 15, and you get $15 off of any bouquet you want. They come in various colors. They come in beautiful boxes that you get to pick the shape. They have colors that are really unique, like gold and black and gray, and they do that by using a natural process with pigmentations. So overall, they're just a really beautiful luxe experience in my home, and I most definitely will be sending some of these to my family members and my friends because they're just a really great gift to give as well. Thank you so much, Rose Forever New York, and definitely take advantage, you guys, of that $15 off. The code is Cheri 15. All right, so I got a bunch of new products and some are brand new and some are older, but they're all new to me. So let's go ahead and do a little try on today. I feel like it's been a long time since I got new stuff and then did a look with you guys. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm gonna first put on my tried and true Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This product has lasted for such a long time. I got the mini to try the product out first, and it's gonna be a repurchase product for me. There are very few products, you guys, that I repurchase because as a makeup artist of 25 years, I always wanna try new things, and I kinda know what I like at this point in my life, but this really wowed me. Yeah, definitely rebuying this, but in the big bottle this time. I live for this for under the eye area, which I have mentioned before on my channel. And I love it around the shadow areas, what I call like where we have a lot of expressions or where there's a lot of folds around the face, which is usually just this window area right here. But oh my goodness, around the eyes, that's where it's magic because you can just wear it by itself to brighten the look for the day. It has very, very light iridescent shimmer. So if you're someone with aging eye concerns, you can definitely get away with wearing this and it'll look really nice because it will brighten that under eye area. I'll use it as my primer for my eyeshadow as well. This has a really great creamy consistency, but it's just my favorite, favorite, favorite. You guys will see what I mean right now. So I'm tapping it just so you guys know, and I'm kind of wiggling my finger underneath the eye area. This is an application technique that will help to lay the product on, but also depuff underneath the eye area. So you wiggle your finger and move out, and it helps with those bags. This next product, you guys, I am ridiculously excited about. It's the new Cle De Peau Radiant Fluid Foundation. And I want to read a little bit of the information online when it comes to this foundation. Light to medium, buildable coverage, comfortable wear, 24 radiant shades, hyaluronic acid, and really great hydration. All right, so let's go ahead and try this on. I got the color 010 Light Ochre. Did about a full pump and a half there. A little too much, but I want you guys to see the texture. It's definitely medium consistency. It isn't watery, but it isn't super thick. So true medium there. All right, so I'm going to just put a couple little dots around my cheeks. I'm not doing much here. I'm just kind of lightly pressing it around. I'll go back in a second and I will buff it out. I turned my blender around and now I'm patting it into the skin. I want to briefly mention I got this blender and it comes along with this one as well at Whole Foods. It is a biodegradable, cruelty-free makeup sponge. Any chance I get, I try to do what I can to help our beautiful planet. And they are half the price of my beauty blender that I normally get. I absolutely love it. Works really good. It's been holding up. I've washed it several times. It's not ripping. And it's keeping its shape. And I love it. Ooh, this looks so good, you guys. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple hours and then come back and show you guys the results. But initially, this is looking really lovely. I will say that it is accurate in its statement of a bare skin-like feel on the actual skin. It feels really nice, really light. Doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. Has a nice light texture. Doesn't feel sticky. It's going right into the skin. It feels emollient. It does feel hydrating, but it feels light. I'm also noticing the brightening effect. I will say one of my favorite things about the Cle De Peau foundation is it's almost like I'm lit from within. It has the most beautiful opulence when it comes to the texture and finish without being shimmery. Do you guys hear my kitty? I have to go get her. Hold on. Say hi. Every time I start to film, she likes to meow and knock things over and scratch things. So what am I gonna do? She's so cute. I have to give her away because I just love her so much. I'm gonna come in closer, let you guys see what this looks like. Then I will do the rest of my makeup and let it sit for a couple hours and come back and show you once again what the finish is like after being worn for a bit. But first, initial look here. So far, so good. I just am a little concerned with the texture that I always seem to have an issue with when it comes to foundation settling into my pores right here. And a little bit with my marionette lines. And we'll see how it goes under my eyes. All right, let's get into the next product. All right, I need a little blush, you guys, because I am feeling washed out. So I grabbed my new Birds of a Feather 468 blush in Nude Glide. I'm gonna grab my brush. It's my Kevyn Aucoin blush brush. So I'm just taking this on the upper cheek here. Another little Voyage tip here. The further up you go, the more of a sculpted, thinner facial feature you'll get. And try not to just do a line. Make sure you buff it out. And also make sure that you grab whatever blush is left over and see it around the upper brow bone area on the forehead and into that cheek, because otherwise it just looks like a line. So make sure you're creating that C shape. All right, we're gonna go into the YSL Couture Color Clutch color in Paris. Now I bought this because one of my lovely subscribers requested that I do some looks with this palette, and I said, all right, I will do it. I haven't even played with this palette, you guys, but look at how gorgeous it is. I'm gonna quickly do a couple of swatches here for you guys so that we can look together at what this palette has to offer. So I'll tell you right off the bat, I love the color story through here much more than these pinks, but I understand that this could be more day friendly and more evening friendly, and that you can kind of create various looks. I feel like a lot of us have these kind of pink colors and they're pretty easy to use. So I want to really play with this bright yellow and some of these colors over here. I always feel like those are a bit more difficult for people to think about using because they're a little bit more bold. Briefly, a couple things about this palette, how to look at the color story and maybe some ideas for you guys. This right here is a perfect quad to wear on its own. If you take this out and just use these three right here, it's a perfect day eye look. You can add this and just wear it as your eyeliner, or this one as just your eyeliner. Just wet a brush and stamp it across the lid. Or you can put an eyeliner on and dry brush this, which means stamping it across the lid without water, and just create a softer definition around the eye. You can use this right here, just these four, to create a really kind of vibrant editorial look, but still something very chic and stunning. Take out the yellow and it just becomes a really pretty, like, warm and cool color palette. The easiest way to wear these is if you want, just take and use one color and wash it across the lid. This would be gorgeous on its own. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all colors that are just basic, user-friendly, or what I like to call office-friendly, or a minimal day-to-day look. And these are obviously a little bit more bold that you can wear as liners or just as pop colors. All right, that said, let's get started on this look. I'm gonna grab this beautiful kind of bronzy gold color and just press it onto the lid. I'm using these particular colors for this look today because this is a very universal color story. So if you are deep skin, medium skin, or light skin, it's gonna look beautiful on all skin tones. A fun fact, the most universal flattering shade for all skin tones is peach. Most of the world actually has a yellow undertone. Very few people have a pink or cool undertone. If you do have a pink undertone, you could still wear these though, because it will really pop your eye. The fact that you have a cool skin tone, the warm looks very nice. So if you're ever in doubt, reach for peach and coral and pinks. They naturally enhance skin tones. Wow, this is much nicer than their other formulas to me. This is very refreshing. I'm really liking the consistency on this eyeshadow. Just love this. Oh, gorgeous. All right, let's take it a step further. I'm gonna go in with this beautiful light gold. I'm gonna pop that right in the center. Whatever's left over on my finger, I'm gonna lightly just bring up to the top brow bone, staying mostly in the center and slightly moving it onto each side here. All right, let's add some fun here. I'm gonna add that gold to my MAC 321 brush. I'm curious to see how much pigment it has on its own before I wet it. Now, I'm not sure if these can be wet or dry, just FYI. I don't mind kind of destroying my palettes when it comes to being creative. For me, the creative process is more important than anything, but definitely read the website before you guys decide to wet any of your palettes, even if you see me doing that. All right, this is kicking just without any primer on my lid and without my brush being wet, you guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love this. All right, so feel free to skip that step. It's definitely more of an editorial kind of look, but ooh, this is fun. I love fun. If you wanted to take that yellow and kind of kick it up a bit, you can put it just in the crease. All right, let's go ahead and add that silver, and I have my MAC brush in the, should know these numbers by now, 266, and I wet my brush. I'm going to take that right on that waterline. So I went on that waterline, and then I let it just kind of go right underneath, right on the lash line. I just gotta know how this will look as a highlighter. So I'm gonna grab a bit of that silver, a bit of this gold, and a bit of this taupe to kind of knock it down a bit. I feel like a moonbeam. So pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this eye and then add the new Armani lipstick that I just got. All right, next piece is the Giorgio Armani Lip Power in the color Brave. And I'm sorry, I couldn't wait for you guys. I really try to always wait for you guys to try things on, but this color is magenta. And magenta and red colors, I just can't help myself. I have to try it on right when it comes in the door. So it states it's a satin finish, long wear, hydrating lipstick with vivid color that goes on with one swipe. So I will tell you, since I've already tried it, absolutely true. This might be the most modern formula lipstick I've ever tried. And I mean that in the best way possible. It just goes on like nothing I've ever felt before. The actual bullet is perfect for lips. as small as mine. I have a fuller bottom lip, but my upper lip is pretty small. And it just is so saturated and it glides on incredibly well. It has a stain, so when I take my lipstick off, it's like almost the same color as when the lipstick was on. It just does not feather or bleed and define lines around my mouth. And I usually have some feathering and bleeding, which is why I usually wear a lip liner with a wax base to it. My favorites are Chanel and Huda lip liners. Didn't need a lip liner with this. All right, let's try this beauty on. I'm curious to know if all the colors in this lipstick formula range has this like lacquered wet look to it. There's definitely a lot of dimension. The color isn't just one note. I can see as I turn, there's kind of a purple blue shift. So I'm curious if that's just this color. So I will be buying more because I like the formula. But I also want to know if all of the lipstick have this kind of, you know, dual kind of color payoff and these kind of sheens to them. It feels very light on the lips, hydrating, doesn't feather or bleed, and it just sticks to the lip really well. For me, so far, so good. Absolutely love this lipstick. All right, you guys, so here's the final look. I love this. It's so happy. And I am still in summer, damn it. I know it's August, but I'm holding on. This is my last little like summer look. So I got the bright yellow here. I've got the bright kind of pink magenta and the soft kind of rose tone and then that bright highlighter. And I love it. All right, I'm gonna take a break and let this Cle De Peau foundation sit on my skin for a bit and do its thing. And then I will come back in a couple of hours and check in with you guys. I am back and I am losing my natural light here. So I wanna quickly get in and show you guys what the texture looks like on the skin. I've had this on for several hours now, so let's see what it looks like. So what I'll say I notice is my texture is there. I can't get rid of that unless I do like acid peels and all kinds of stuff, which I'm not going to do right now. This side doesn't have any of the powder on it. This side does. I like the powder. It seemed to kind of buff any of the texture problems that I have around my pores. But overall, you guys, take a look at how bright and even my skin looks. There's no settling. I haven't touched this up at all with anything. I just left this as is so that you guys can see like how it sits when it's been on for a while. I am very happy with the finish. We have hit the end of this video. You guys have questions or suggestions, I'm always here for you guys. Go ahead and comment down below. And if you like what you're seeing here on Cheri Voyage or for any other content creator that you are enjoying, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and use those affiliate links. They greatly help us to continue to do what we love, which is share information and knowledge with you all. All right, everyone, as always, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.